Hey everyone, it's Nicole again, and in this video I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions relating to ostomy lifestyles. Yes, there are some diet restrictions, but let me just tell you it is different for every person. So something that might be a restriction for me may not be for somebody else. It really just depends on your anatomy, how much of your intestine you have, how you digest it. It really just depends on the person. But in the beginning, I was given instructions not to eat any fruits, vegetables, fresh vegetables, anything with skins on it. Oh, and nuts or seeds, no nuts or seeds. So after 2 weeks, I was able to eat that when I had my first surgery. After the second surgery, I had a stricture, so it kind of closed off my the end of my ostomy hole, so I wasn't able to eat a lot of different things. I was just able to eat like smoothies, drink smoothies for a while, but most people can eat pretty much anything, just in moderation. Mushrooms I know is another big one too, like onions, mushrooms, stuff like that, which I normally love on pizza, but you have to just limit yourself, and I would recommend just trying foods slowly, like introducing them one at a time, but not going overboard, so then you know what your body can handle. And yes, there are ways to hide your bag. I personally, when I want to hide it so nobody can see like a little bump or anything under my shirt, is I use a belly band, which is just something like restricting that kind of holds everything in and close to your body, and it makes me feel a little more comfortable sometimes too. I'll wear that with something like jeans instead of wearing a belt, because the belt would be tightening right on my stoma. Another way you can hide your bag, if that's what you want to do, is you can use one of these ostomy bag covers. This one I ordered from C&S Ostomy, I think, online, and this was to fit my Hollister bag, and you can choose if you want it closed at the end or open. I personally like the ones that are opened. It makes it a little easier. It's going to make it a little bit more bulky under clothes, but this might be good for like getting out of the shower or something, or just lounging around the house if you have clear bags and your family like doesn't want to see it. So that's one option. And then this is another option. This is a Coloplast brand ostomy bag, and this is part of their adhesive Censura system, in case you're wondering. And what I do is I take duct tape or packing tape like this and just peel off pieces and put them onto here. For myself, I like to cut a hole in the middle, so I trace over a hole and then cut that onto the tape as well, because I need to see my stoma because I've had some issues with it, so I can't cover it completely, which is why the bag cover doesn't exactly work for me now, plus it's not a Coloplast fitting one. So this is what I do. This is zebra duct tape. This one is green duct tape, and I actually have one on right now that is pink duct tape. I also decorated a few of them for the Christmas season, which I just thought were like cute. So those are my ideas to give you for ways to hide or cover your bag. Let me know if you have any others that are helpful. I purchased most of mine on edgepark.com, a website, and they're a medical supplier, so they work with a lot of ostomy patients, so they have a lot of products to choose from. There's also other ones like Byram Healthcare, Medline, I think. And then for a few of the ostomy products that they don't have on EdgePark, for ones that insurance doesn't cover, like the Brava Adhesive Remover Spray or the wipes, I was told that you can get those on Allegro.com or Mercy.com. I haven't looked into that yet, but I heard they're discounted on there, so that might be a better way to get those, because for me that helps tremendously and I wouldn't use anything else. Yes, my stoma does have a name. I named it Squirt. I just think that it fits perfectly with what a stoma does, or what mine does. So that's where I came up with that. I name it, and many other people name it, because it's easier to refer to it in public without saying, oh, my stoma hurts, or oh, my stoma this. So everyone doesn't have to know your business. You can just say like Squirt's acting up or something. And I think it kind of helps people get through it too if they have one. So I don't know, I thought it was cute, and that's what I named mine. You could sleep pretty much anywhere you want with an ostomy, from what I've heard. I haven't tried sleeping on my stomach, just because I never really slept on my stomach, so it wasn't a big deal. But I used to sleep on my side, and now I think with the ostomy, I sleep more of on my back, and that just is something I kind of unconsciously do because I used to get leaks, and when I slept on my side, the leaks would seep on my bed. So I sleep on my back, and it seems to work well for me now, but really anyway is fine. Yes, I have traveled on an airplane a few times with an ostomy, and I somehow thought that it would inflate the bag and that it would pop or something crazy like that, but it really doesn't with like the pressure in the plane and everything. It doesn't pop or anything. It doesn't inflate with air. You don't need to worry about that. Getting through security and other things, there's some other things to work out depending on where you're going and like what to bring and stuff, and I can include that in another video. But yes, you can travel on an airplane. You really don't have any restrictions more than anyone else does. Yes, you can take the same medications for the most part that I know of. I was having issues with some medications. I was told in the beginning you can't take extended release pills because the whole pill will just go through to your bag, and I tried it and it does. It just goes straight through to your bag completely whole. So I don't recommend it. I guess maybe for some people it might not. For me, it just goes straight through. I also take a heartburn medication in the morning and at night, and with each one of those I have to eat food with it. If not, it goes straight through to my bag too. So you just have to experiment and try with different things, but definitely pay attention. If it goes through, obviously it's not helping you at all and it's like wasted money and medication. So keep an eye on it when you're trying new medications. No, you do not have to wear baggy clothes at all. I chose to wear like a baggier shirt today, like that, with a scarf, so you really can't see it, but it was just the day I was being lazy, just wanted to wear a baggy shirt. But I've worn tighter shirts many times and it really doesn't make a difference. It's just what you want. I mean, sometimes you can see a little bit of an outline of the bag, but most of the time you can't, and plus who would be looking in that area? Or you could just wear like a belly band and it's a little tighter and you'll be fine. Really, it's not a big deal. You can wear pretty much the same clothes as you did before. Unless it's obstructing your ostomy, you're good. I would say yes for that. I have other friends with ostomies, and one of them didn't carry supplies with her and ended up problem solving with different items instead, and I'll just leave it at that. But I would much rather prefer using the ostomy supplies like they're meant to, just in case you have any problems. And I carry them around in a pouch, like a little pouch that holds probably like this much stuff, but I don't really need to fill it. I normally just keep like a one-piece bag in there, an extra wafer, an extra bag, a pair of gloves when I'm out in public because that would definitely help so you don't get messy all over the place, and a little garbage bag just to tuck in and clean everything up. Oh, and a pair of scissors. I can make a video too on that kind of stuff, but yes, I would highly recommend carrying supplies everywhere that you go. Even if you don't decide to carry them around with you, I would recommend keeping them in the car or something like that so you have them easily accessible if needed. I needed a lot of help in the beginning, so I've had to find different ways to get help. And one way is if you have a home care nurse, you can obviously ask them. Another way is to ask your doctor, but I've found out that doctors don't have answers to everything. Like the surgeons, they know a lot about ostomies, but not always how to manage one and take care of one. So if you have an ostomy nurse, you can go see an ostomy nurse, definitely, and I would recommend that at least to get down a system and what works best for you. They have so many different ideas and different ways of doing things, so it would really help. And then another way is to look on the internet. You can look at other YouTube videos, or there are Facebook pages or message boards that you can go on. You can also ask me as well with any questions you have. I may not be able to answer all of them. If I don't have an answer, I'll tell you honestly, but I will link my email and Facebook page down below, and also feel free to leave comments asking me questions as well, and I will do my best to answer them. Alright, so that's the end of this video. I hope the answers to those questions helped you guys. Feel free to ask any more of them down below. Bye!